today, the conversation is about public transportation and how we can make it much seamless for you as you move from one location to the other. The Lagos State government is ramping that up and taking it to the next level. And that's why from today, February 1st, they're making use of the Cowry card as a compulsory tool for you to have before you can commute with the BRT. So joining me to shed light on this is someone who is no stranger to the microphone. Engineer Abimbola Akinajo is our guest. She's a Managing Director, Lagos Metropolitan Area Transport Authority, LAMATA. Nice to have you back in the studios, madam. Good morning.
Good morning, Victor, and thank you for having me again.
All right. You were here a little over 10 days ago when we highlighted some of the advancements of this administration with reference to LAMATA. So now we're here again. What's new from LAMATA?
Okay, so we're here to talk about payment system. If you remember, sometime in August, it was actually August 13th, we launched the BRT on Abimbola, and we also launched the Cowry card.
Right.
And from that time onwards, on that corridor and all of the routes that we had been putting forward, we have been using the Cowry card. So what we're trying to do is roll out the Cowry card over all of the regulated transportation in Lagos. So the next, where we are now doing this is on the Ikorodu to TBS BRT route.
Right.
So from today, we've had the Cowry card in use in that area. And what that means for the people is that we are slowly expanding the reach of the Cowry card such that before another 3 months or so, all regulated transportation will be using the Cowry card.
Yes, and some will be thinking right now that why is the Lagos State government coming up with this at this time?
Well, it's good for planning. The Lagos State government has always done planning, but this is another tool that will help us to plan the public transportation system. It's also good for the commuters. You are able to board seamlessly. Nobody's going to say to you, I don't have change or any of those issues. It's good for the regulators because it helps them ensure revenue protection.
Right.
So for everybody, it's a good thing.
It's a win-win situation.
That's correct.
All right, so I needed to speak more about this because some will also be asking, we already have a kind of card that was in use before, which I will still ask you very much later. But what are the benefits of having the Cowry card, or for me, making use of the Cowry card on public transportation? What are the benefits?
Well, the benefits for us, like I said, first of all, is for planning. The better we can plan, the better we can serve the people of Lagos. The other side of the coin is that we have, like you say, we had a card before, but it wasn't far-reaching. It was only used on the BRT from Ikorodu to TBS. So what we're trying to do is integrate that system.
Right.
And that will mean that what we've said with those who have the old card, the Lagos Connect card, is that when you get to a vendor, you can swap that card for a Cowry card, so that like every other climb, we have just a singular card that we use for public transportation.
Right.
So we've thought of that, and we're aware that people will have the old cards. They should just get to the terminal, give that over to an agent, and they will be given a new card.
So someone who's carrying the Lagos Connect card, which I understand that's what they were using before now, right?
That's correct.
So anyone carrying the Lagos Connect card, once it gets to that location this morning, they can help him to swipe it. Is it very easy?
Well, it's a swap. So you just register. So we have you on the Lagos State database. You hand in your own Connect card and they give you a new card. It's as simple as that.
A new card.
Yes.
All right then. All right, let's look at the features of this Cowry card and how different is this from other existing cards before now?
So, like I said before, we only had the one system, which was this Connect card. The only thing this does for you is that it has an NFC system, so you're not needing the internet so much. So if there is no internet, the validation will still work. And that's we've tested that on the BRT corridor in Abimbola, and that has worked excellently for the past 5 to 6 months.
Right.
So we've spent the time to understand the process before we put it on Ikorodu.
So there's no issues like network. There's a failure of network. It can't read my card. All that is not part of it.
That is not an issue because we work offline. The cards are able to work offline.
Oh, good. All right, so how much does the card cost? If one wants to acquire a Cowry card, how much does it cost?
The card will cost you 400 naira.
400?
Yes. We have little like sticker-like cards, and those cost 200 naira. So that we have put that out also to assist the people of Lagos to get used to paying this sum of money. So if you can't afford the 400 naira, you can buy one for 200 naira.
And it's the same feature, the same thing that it does?
It's the same feature, it's just that it's less durable.
Right. Okay. So let's talk about how the card works now. I buy the card for 400 or 200 as the case may be. What's the next thing? How do I put money on it? How does it work really?
So there'll be agents at every terminal, at every bus stop. And what you do is just as though you're paying for a bus ride. Or you could choose to pay more on your card. So once you've bought the card, you will tell whoever you're buying from that I want to buy a ticket for 300 naira, 400 naira, or you could choose to put a lump sum of money in there. So it's a way you can also save money, or at least safeguard your travel cost. So you can choose now and say, since it's the beginning of the month, and I know it normally costs me about 10,000 naira to go to work every month, you can choose to put that on the card, and you know that your transportation is sorted.
All right. It's looking so simple from the way you have described it. Does the card expire?
These cards, if you buy the 400 naira card, you can use it for as long as 2 to 3 years. And I don't see them expiring. It will only happen, say you've broken it or you've had an accident with it.
Right.
But the less durable cards, you're looking at least a year, no more than a year.
Right. And it can take any amount of money I put in there?
It can take up to, I think it can take up to 20,000 naira.
20,000 naira. Not beyond that.
Not beyond that, because we're...
Okay. All right. This program, I'm going to allow more people to connect with you, because those that are going to be having issues, or those that have 1 or 2 areas of concern, they're going to be linking up with you. But before I do that, Engineer Akinajo, if I lose my card, what happens?
Okay, that's a good thing. If you lose your card, because we have you on our system, we know exactly how much money you've got on your card. So you can just go to an agent, you tell them, you would have registered with your telephone number, your name. So when you tell them your telephone number, they will bring up your card and they can see what you have on that. So the only thing you have to do is buy a replacement card, and all of your money will be transferred on it.
Oh.
We've done that so many times already, and our passengers have been very pleased with that service.
Oh, so it's that easy. It's not to say that I lose my card and I have to go through the same process of buying a new card, registering and all of that again.
The only thing you have to do is pay for the card that you've lost.
Just the 400 naira.
But all of your money will be returned for you.
It's still there.
So
if I have 15,000 naira before it got missing, it should still be there.
It will still be there.
Ah.
And we've done that a number of times, and we have had passengers come back to say that they have been satisfied with that service.
Can somebody else use my card?
Well, that would be at your discretion. The only thing that you must know is that you can only tap that card one time. So you can't, 2 of you cannot use the card at the same time.
If you bought the same bus and I want to pay for somebody else?
No, you can't.
Ah.
Everybody must be registered, and everybody must have their card, and everybody must tap. Now, if you choose to give your card to somebody else, that means you can't both travel on that same bus.
Okay, but somebody else can use it.
Somebody else can use it, because it's not, but you need to, so you have a responsibility to look after your card.
Ah, okay.
But you can choose to give it to someone if you're not traveling.
Right. This sounds pretty interesting, because I'm just thinking, the kind of world we are, a lot of times you go on the bus and you see someone who is an acquaintance or someone you just want to pay for his fare and all of that. So you're saying with this card, I can't do that?
No, you can't, but you can be kind to your neighbor by putting money on his card and encouraging him to buy a card.
Okay, all right. That sounds pretty interesting. Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. This morning, we're trying to see how we ease public transportation. We're looking at it from the Cowry card perspective, and our guest is the Managing Director of LAMATA, Engineer Abimbola Akinajo, who is taking us to the classroom on how it all works. All right, so like I said, the program this morning is all much more about you and how you can tap into this system, and that's why we are focusing on this. The whole idea is that from now the card is going to be made compulsory. Let's talk about that before we take the set of calls that will be coming in. From today, I do understand it's made compulsory. Is that correct?
Yes, it is.
Why is it so?
It is to allow us, because you need to think about this. We've been talking about this for a while, and there will always come a point when that is the line in the sand. And today, and we've tried to do it on the 1st of the month, and moving forward. Today, we've put out no less than 70,000 cards on that particular corridor. Also today, we have, in starting, we have also had a route reduction. We have about 26 routes that we reduced the prices from 300 to 200. So for us, it's just a way that we are trying to, and also we're trying to ease transportation, like you say. Today, Lagos State has also introduced 67 extra buses along that Ikorodu BRT corridor. Because we have heard the complaints about not enough buses and all of that. So we've tried to ease that by injecting the buses, ensuring that passengers can travel easily on our route, and we have reduced the prices today.
Right. So from today, you're saying now that no tickets, no paper tickets anymore.
That is what we ought to have, yes.
From Ikorodu all the way to TBS.
From Ikorodu all the way to TBS. You should just, when you get there will be adequate cards. Like I said, on the corridor today, as of this morning, we had 70,000 cards. And we're able to put another 100,000 if we need to.
Right. So, but how seamless is this? Because if I get to the terminal or the park now and I want to board a bus and I don't have the card, how long is it going to take for me to get that transition done?
It's a 2-minute scenario. So it's no longer than you buying a paper ticket. Because the people are doing it right now. And like I said, it's something we've tried and we've tested. We've been selling actually since Friday. We've been selling the cards since Friday on that corridor. So really and truly, to board the bus would be no more onerous. If anything, it should be easier than queuing to buy the paper tickets. Because what you now have, we have put a lot of ticketers on that corridor because we acknowledge and we recognize that it's a new scenario. So we're trying to make it as easy as possible. There's a lot of ticketers. We have 3 different companies selling tickets on that corridor, and every bus stop should also have a ticketer.
Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. Let's hear from you this morning. It's all about how best to ease public transportation and looking at the Cowry card perspective. You heard from the Managing Director of LAMATA. She's been able to bring it bare. And let's see if there are some concerns that you have. Let's bring that to her attention this morning right now on 0809 912 0777. Okay, 080 99120 is the numbers to connect with us on the program this morning. Also, you might want to make use of our social media platform as well. Twitter at Lagos Traffic 961, and our Facebook page is Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. Let's take the first set of calls. Hello there.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Otitoloju.
Otitoloju, where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Lagos.
Lagos, all right. Go ahead then.
Yeah, I'm particularly concerned about the Yanagbaja, Julius Baga corridor.
Okay.
There are shortages of buses on this road. In fact, we'll have to stay endless hours before we get buses. What is Lagos State government doing? What is the managing director doing to ensure more buses are on that corridor? That's number one.
Okay.
Number two, in the issue of, I listened to her mentioning that you can give your card to anybody that you desire. That, I think, is not tidy enough. Because if I lose my card and somebody pick it up from anywhere and give it to the agent and can continue to use it, how do I block that?
Okay.
Does that card link up to the owner who register with his SMS? With his mobile phone number, sorry. So that eventually if I lose my card and somebody pick it up and started using it, I can also alert the agent or the authority that, look, my card is missing. And somebody has already started using it. For instance, if I have 20,000 naira there, and somebody started using it and there's no way I could say, I can't find it. What do I do?
Okay, all right. She'll respond to that. Thank you very much. Otitoloju, first caller on the program. Thank you. All right, we're moving on. Putting all the calls together. 0809 912 0777. What are your concerns? Hello there.
Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Mrs. Lawal. I'm calling from Ikorodu.
Good. So you're calling from that corridor then?
Yes. I want to appreciate the engineer. I want to appreciate Lagos State for what they are doing. It's a relief that you have more buses. My concern now is that I drive my car Occasionally, I want to take BRT. Now, if I load my card, for how long will the money stay before I cannot use it again?
Okay.
Because I may load 5,000 now, I may not use it for the next 1 month.
Okay.
I hope the money is saved.
All right.
Yes.
Thank
you.
Okay then.
Well done, madam.
All right. Okay. All right. Pertinent question. How long will it stay before it expires? 08099120777. Concerns about the use of the Cowry card. That's from February 1st, which is today, is made compulsory. Hello there.
Hello, good morning, Mr. Victor.
Good morning.
And Happy New Year. Is Lelubo on the line?
Hey, Lelubo. How are you doing?
Well done.
All right.
I greet our guests. Welcome, man. God bless you and God bless Lagos State. You see, hello?
Yes, it's with you. We're listening to you.
All right. I have the card. I equally have the app.
Okay.
I'm looking for a situation whereby you'll be able to link the app and the card more. You have made an improvement. I can now see my travel history on my app. That's a situation whereby I can load my card from my bank account using the app. You need to work on that. That's one. And two, for those of us that are flying my to Apapa route, I want you to have a well-designated bus stop where it will be easily accessible for us to board the bus from mile 2. These are just my own. Well done, ma. Well done, sir.
All right, then. Thank you very much. Mile 2 corridor. How soon will the BRT come to that corridor? Okay. We'll find out. Let's hear from you. Right. Let's go. 08099120777. Before I allow the MD to respond to all these concerns, we'll put them all together, and then she can attempt them. Hello there.
Yeah, good morning. My name is Blessing.
Blessing.
Yes, please.
Okay. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from the Lagos Island.
Lagos Island.
Yes, please.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, if, for instance, I stay in the island and I want to go and see a friend in Ikorodu, and I need to board the bus from Ikorodu, do I still need to buy the card if I don't reside on that place?
Do you still need to buy the card? If you're coming from the island to Ikorodu?
Yes. I'm coming for a visit in Ikorodu. Do I need to buy the card?
Okay.
This is just a one-off thing.
Okay.
I just stay in that Ikorodu as is, and I came for visit, and if I'm going back maybe to the island, do I need to buy the card?
And you want to make use of the BRT?
Yes, just for that one trip.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Okay, let's respond to these questions that have been raised, and then we'll get back to another set of questions.
Okay, so if we start with Mr. Otitoloju, thank you very much for your questions. Iano, Ikwaja to Julius Berger corridor, you're looking for increased number of buses. We will take that away. What we do normally is to check the number of passengers we have. And this one I will take away, and we will see about what the need is and what we have out there to see as to how we can increase the number of buses.
More or less, you guys do feasibility studies to find out?
We do a study regularly to understand how many passengers are there. And also this e-ticketing helps because I can see how many people are boarding the buses. And then I can see the utilization of my buses. So if I see that my buses are highly utilized and I don't have enough, I can easily deal with it.
Okay.
Now, the other question he asked about if he loses his card. Now, the one thing I want to say here is that when you lose your card, the first thing you must do is go and report it. It's just like you lost your ATM card or something. If you don't go and report it, you are making it possible for whoever has picked it up to use it.
Okay.
So you have a responsibility to go and report it instantly. When you report it, that card is blocked. And nobody can take another card without an identification. So it's no different from you losing your ATM card, really.
Right.
You have a responsibility, and when you come to replace it, you must come with an identification that you had before. The first thing, though, report it. We have call center numbers. LAMATA has its own. Every bus terminal, you can also see it there, is 09099526282 is one of our numbers that you can call. Another one is 0703004003.
Right, I'm sure we'll take that before the end of the program once again. All right,
so we'll go to Mrs. Lawal.
Yes, she says if she loads a card
how long
will it stay?
take?
Yeah.
Indefinite.
It's indefinite.
So long as your money is there, we assure you that you can always access it. It will always be there for you.
Oh, good.
So we go to Elelubo.
Yes.
And I'm so glad to hear that you have the card and you have the app. So what we're doing is we are now trying to connect both, exactly what you've requested. And in the next 2 to 3 months, you'll be able to load your card from your app. At this point in time, once you've loaded your app, you can use it. Maybe you can take it to this terminal, and you can get them to load your card for you from your app.
Right.
But there will be, very soon, you'll be able to do that manually by yourself.
The app, let's just understand a little bit about the app. What does the app do at the moment?
The app allows you, first of all, it allows you to see your history. You can see all of the travel that you've done. You can see how many times you've used your card, how many times you've loaded up. Right now also, we're working so that you can actually load your card from your app.
Oh, good. And I'm thinking that in future, will the app also help in terms of working with the ITS system, the Intelligent Transport System?
Well, what it does, like I say, is that it gives you access to being able to load your... So it's like you have an MTN account now. A lot of times you don't have to go to an MTN seller. And it allows us to see what you're doing. So we also utilize that from the perspective of planning. We can see how many people are using the app. We can see who is boarding a bus with... an app bought ticket.
All right. So he's requesting also for a design of a BRT for Mile 2 corridor. Any plans? Do you have that in the plans?
We definitely have it in the plans, and it's one of the ones that we're looking to roll out very soon. Mile 2 to Apapa Road is one of our routes that we're looking at. Yes.
Okay, then. Blessing from Lagos says he's coming to Ikorodu for just a one-off visit. Does he need to purchase the card?
Blessing, you have to purchase the card. But look at it from this perspective. You will soon need that card for all travel in Lagos. So if you're going from Berger to TBS, you will have to use that card. From next week, Monday, we will rolling all those Oshodi to Berger routes as well. So we're doing this periodically, and it's something that you're going to have to need for travel in Lagos, at least on regulated bus systems.
So let's talk about that, because I also understand that beyond the public transportation using bus regulators, this system, they are also going to be using this as an integrated card for other modes of transportation. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Talk a little bit about that.
So we're going to not only use them for buses, the ferry systems will also soon start to use them. Our rail systems that are coming up in a couple of years will also use them. So it's a card that we will all get used to, just like we've gotten used to our ATM cards. We're all going to have to get used to our travel card, because that's what it is.
All right, then. Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, 08099120777. Numbers that you can connect with us. We're talking of how to advance the public transportation, talking about regulated bus system, and we are making reference to the Cowry card.
Hello,
Talk to me.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, my name is Omotola.
Calling from where?
I'm calling from Mogudu.
All right, go ahead.
I have two questions. First one, I used to have this former BLT card.
Okay.
And while I stopped using it, maybe I forgot to tap out. Like say, I tap in, and by the time I get to my bus stop, I didn't tap out. So I'll just find out that the whole of my money has gone. That's when I stopped using that card. Is this also the same thing? Once you tap in, you must tap out.
Okay. All right.
Then my second question is the card the universal? I mean, is it for the all routes of the, like if I'm living in Ikorodu, I purchase it in Ikorodu. When next I go to Yanokwaga, I can use the same card.
All right. Good. Okay. Thank you very much, Omotola. This is a pertinent question, and I'm sure that my guests will also respond. We're going to be taking some more from you. 08099120777. This program this morning, it's all much more about you having to understand how the card works. We're focusing on this morning. Share your thoughts with us and bring in your concerns. Good morning.
Good morning. My name is Mr. Bakare.
Calling from where?
Calling from Agege.
Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, I want to thank the madam there for coming. She mentioned something earlier that I want to clarify. She said every passenger must have that card, the Cowry card, and tap in. If, for instance, I'm traveling with my family and we have minor, like age of 12, 13, 15, how would they have to get their own card? Since it's individual.
Okay.
That's an area I wanted to clarify for us.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Minors and the use of the card. All right. Especially when you're traveling as a family. All right, then. Getting very, very interesting. Talk to me. 08099120777. Lagos Traffic Radio is the station. Hello there. What are your concerns that relates to the use of the Cowry card? You can let us know if you have any. And of course, there are some intricate questions too that you want the MD to respond to. Bring it on board. Hello there. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Omolara calling from Ikorodu.
All right, Omolara, go ahead.
Good morning.
Right.
Sorry, the card you bought now. I was going to use it when I wanted to on it. I will start another morning. When are we going to make use of it?
Omolara, have you bought the card?
Yes.
When did you buy it?
I'm making of it. I'm not using it today. And I use it any day.
Okay, you already bought it, right?
I forget to tap out.
Okay.
Maybe I'm coming from Ikorodu, dropping at K2. I do not remember to tap out. Please, how much I take deducted from me?
Okay. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Let's just respond to this set of questions. Forgetting to tap out. All right. So, madam, let's attempt this set of questions.
Okay. So, Omotola from Ogodu, with regard to the tap in, tap out, what I will encourage you to do is to always tap in and tap out. What it does is it locates you. It tells us exactly where you've got on and where you've come off. The reason is, if you don't tap out, you will be charged the full fare for the trip. And that trip could be from Ikorodu to TBS, which is 500 naira. Whereas you could be going from Ikorodu to Mile 12, which is only 200 naira. Okay. So it is in your interest to always tap out.
Right.
Because if you don't, it will take, but it won't wipe out all your money. It will only take that maximum fare on that journey.
For that journey. All right. So it's not to say that 500 will just be withdrawn. So only one 500 naira will be withdrawn, right?
That's correct.
For the full length of that trip.
For the full length of that trip.
Okay.
Mr. Bakare asked about minors. When you have a minor now, you pay their way regardless. So what I would suggest is buy the card for all your children. If you find that onerous, you can buy the cheaper cards for the kids. They're 200 naira, and this is part of the reason why we have those ones as well. We had a woman this morning who had 5 children and herself. So she herself bought the 400 naira card, and she bought 200 naira cards for her kids.
Okay, so one can just take it as a point of responsibility to buy the cards for all your family members.
That's correct.
All right, since the card is individual, right?
The card is individual, and it has to be that way.
All right. Let's see.
So the next question is, Omolara was asking about, she's bought the card, and well done for that, Omolara. What you need to know is that whenever you want to use it, it's ready to use. Because you haven't used it today doesn't mean it's expired. It's there for you to use every time and any time you get on any of our buses or any other form of transportation that we have rolled it out on.
All right. If you forget to tap out, I think you've answered that question.
Okay. Yeah. If you forget to tap out, you will be charged the maximum fare on that particular bus. So it's good for you to please remember to tap out.
Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. A brief break. We'll be back. All right. So we have some of you that are reacting via the WhatsApp and our Facebook platform. Shade, let's just run through that. What are they saying and what's the feedback looking like?
All right. I have this here. Good morning, sir. Can we use a bootleg card anywhere?
Okay.
That's one. Good morning, Mr. Victor. Concerning the card issues, why I'm sure the person wants to ask why the card isn't free.
Okay.
If it's free, then it will be easy to use. You can imagine a family of 10 buying 200 naira in 10 when they are struggling to survive. Masses should be considered. As for me, I believe the card should be for free for commuters and can be deducting little by little charges monthly on it. I really do not understand that. Good morning, Victor and MD LAMATA. The obstruction of BRT buses on the dedicated corridors by Okada riders, Danfo drivers, and private motorists is still a big minus for free flow of movement. How can LAMATA stop this as soon as possible? This is from Tajuddin.
All right.
Good morning, Mr. Victor. I would like to suggest that a day or week travel card be done for a once use, or week for people that are on a visit to Lagos and want to enjoy the services. This doesn't mean that they cannot have the card, but someone can just buy this card for... Someone can just buy a card for his travel for just a day.
Okay.
This coming from Shola.
Right.
Let's see. Do we see more?
All right. I think we'll just hold this on because I know that lots of people are trying to connect with us as well. All right. MD, let's just run through this. Some are asking, especially for one-time visitors to Lagos, are we going to be having any incentives for those who want to make use of this in future?
I guess that for us is one of the reasons we've introduced the 200 Naira card. And it's something we will look into to see how many, because first of all, we must cater to the people of Lagos who use our services regularly. Going forward, we will look at our one-off users and we will come up with something that will be applicable to them. But for now, it's a system we're rolling out and we're seeing the reactions to it. And the reaction so far has been very good.
Very positive. All right, then. So first-time users is encouraging. Can we do something that will make them use it 1 week? Is it possible?
Well, at the end of the day, what we will look at is maybe over time, when we see we have regular customers, we could cap your weekly use. So we can look at, and that's something we're discussing at the moment, we can look at maybe give you a 5% discount.
All right.
So if you are supposed to have bought, or if you have used 300 Naira to and fro for a whole week, at the end of that week, your final price, we will look at, and then you've been consistent with it.
Right.
Then we will look at giving you a discount at the end of the week.
Somebody says this card should be free.
For now, we can't make it free. What we've done in every corridor that we have started, we have given out free cards as an incentive. So on Abule Shodi, we gave out free cards. Even in Ikorodu too, the first 1,000 or so passengers that got a card got it free. That is the incentive that we're using. Okay. So the first few we give out for free.
All right, then.
And somebody asked, sorry, Victor, somebody also asked about can they use the Abule Egba card? You can use the card. It doesn't matter where you purchased it from.
You can use it anywhere.
It's the same Cowry card. So if you have one from Abule Egba and you want to travel on Ikorodu, please feel free to use it. It works.
All right, then let's see if we can take the last set of calls before we wrap up things on the program this morning. 08099120777. Just a little time left. Let's have your concern. Hello there. Hello. Okay, then that's a bad connection. 08099120777 is the numbers that you can link up with us on the program this morning. Hello there.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, my name is Robert.
Robert, where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Ibafo.
All right.
Yeah, I would have preferred the card free. Because even in UK, if you buy a travel card, you're not charged for buying a travel card. You can buy a travel card for 1 week, 2 weeks, 1 month, and you go travel with the bus service. So why should the card be paid for here?
Okay. That question she has answered. So you have another question?
No,
that's just your concern. All right, then. Thank you so much for that. Frank is asking, where can one purchase the card? Madam?
Okay, so you can buy the card at any of our terminals or bus stops. They're there. So it's all over the bus stops along Ikorodu to TBS, for instance. It's all along all of our terminals, Ikeja terminal, Oshodi terminal, Oyingbo. All of those terminals, they have them. All of the bus stops, they have them as well.
Right.
The young man asked a question about encroachment. I just want to say that encroachment, we're dealing with this as we speak. And the task force of Lagos is helping us. And we are constantly on the case.
Right. All right, then. So as we take this home this morning, there were some contact lines that we promised that we're going to re-emphasize again. So if one wants to probably report any of these scenarios, I lost my card and I want it to be blocked as quickly as possible, what are the lines that they can contact you?
So when you get to any bus terminal, there will be some local people at, i.e. local to that location. You can go to the customer service there and complain and get it dealt with. But if say you realize when you get home that, oh my God, someone nicked my card, you can call these numbers 0900, oh sorry, I apologize, 0999 526282.
Okay, let's take that again. 090
99
right
52
right
6282.
Okay.
And the second number is 070 300 4003.
Okay, that's 070 3004 0003.
That's correct.
Okay, then. All right, so your patent thoughts to our listeners this morning. What's your message to our people?
The message is that Lagos State is keen on developing a very robust public transport system, and we rely on our people to support us. So we really ask that when it comes to the Cowry card, make use of it. It will be good for you, it will be good for the operators, and it will be good for LAMATA. At the end of the day, it will be positive for all of us.
Okay, then, it's nice having you in the building. Thank you so much for being here, madam.
Thank you very much for having me, Victor.
All right, I've been speaking with the Managing Director of LAMATA, Engineer Abimbola Akinajo, and of course, we've been reflecting on how to make public transportation seamless using the Cowry card example.